January 25th, a Sunday, and so I continue with my own story for those who might be interested. I started college when I was 17 at the University of Pennsylvania, my lifelong desire. I hit a detour along the way and didn't graduate until I was 21 and a half. So I graduated one semester behind my class. Then I was lucky to get a scholarship to law school at the University of Pennsylvania. How's that? One of the finest in the world. But after a year, we parted ways. It wasn't for me. Then I got a job as a writer for a research group at the University of Pennsylvania, a top secret research group. I was a kid writer working with a half a dozen geniuses on research projects. I would write up the story. But then I decided I want to go back to school. So I applied for graduate school at the Wharton Business School at Penn. Again, one of the finest in the world. And my experience that first year at Wharton sort of set the stage for what kind of teacher I did not want to be. The first economics course I ever took was at Wharton, and the second semester I spoke up after never having asked a question. And the teacher, I'll never forget where he was standing at the blackboard. I remember what he looked like. I remember his face. He turned to me and he said, "Mr. Williams, I'm glad to finally hear from you. But I answered that question in the first semester of this course. So if you don't mind, I'm not going to waste this class's time answering you." How was that? I thought, wow, what a terrible person. And I remember that when I was teaching, I didn't want to be like that. But after a couple of years at Wharton, just before I was supposed to get my MBA, I decided I hated that stuff. So one course shy of my MBA, they said, you handed in your final paper, but the teacher died over the Christmas holidays, so you have to do the course over again. And I said, "No, thank you," and I walked away. That's how dumb I was.